Reidsville, home of the giant tobacco manufacturing plant of the American Tobacco Company, makers of Lucky Strike cigarettes, and the world's largest single-sale tobacco auction market, paying growers around $6 million annually. Evidence of the city's public facilities are apparent as our plane lands at Falcon Airways Field. And we enjoy the comfortable lounge where arrangements may be made for charts. Expert flight instruction is given at Falcon Airways under the GI Bill of Rights by an efficient city council consisting of friendly neighbors carefully chosen for their understanding of civic affairs and the changing moods of human nature. Citizens of Reidsville can be proud of the vigilance and protection of an alert police department, ever ready to be of assistance in time of need. The uniformed forces also includes a modernly equipped fire department of proven ability. And now a familiar scene in the economic system of Reidsville, and the familiar voice of auctioneer Huffine. Let's look in on the process of curing this fine grade tobacco. From the time it enters the huge ovens, it's under the constant supervision of expert workers. Into the hogsheads goes the golden leaf, packed tightly by the good old tried and true method. And then it's out to the loading platform to start on the way to the factory. Much of the 17 million pounds auctioned in Reidsville annually is processed in the Lucky Strike plant. The Reidsville News recently published the fact that Reidsville enjoys unusually high living standards. Part of the financial plan that permits these high standards includes the Reidsville Bank with its many services. As we enter, we're impressed by its cheery, well-appointed interior and the friendly, helpful cooperation of the bank's efficient personnel, always available for helpful consultation in matters of finance. Safety must be the watchword at the Reidsville Bank as we view the opening of the huge vault door installed for the protection of valuables. Comfortable homes and valuable real estate add to the well-being of the people of Reidsville. These are matters that concern the Richardson Realty Company. Their experience bears out the fact that there's nothing quite as satisfying as the ownership of a piece of this good earth all your own. Speaking of financial matters, we must compliment the Laura Powell Agency on the beauty of their new home and the value of their services in the field of insurance to the people of Reidsville. A familiar and solid landmark in the business life of the city is the First National Bank, a financial institution of enviable record. Another strong link in the business machine of Reidsville, a protection against future hazards. A valuable ally in this age of construction, of home shortages, is the First Federal Savings and Loan Company, an institution devoted to the financing of home construction and projects of advantage to the entire community. Yes, this is a broad angle of the financial viewpoint. And now let's turn to transportation. We'll start with the necessities and comforts that give motoring an added zest. The well-stocked Western Auto Company keeps them rolling with tires, batteries, and accessories. Yes, sir, you can get it right in Reidsville, and that's a convenience to be appreciated. The traveling public appreciates the excellent service they get at M&S Motors, as well as the trouble-free mileage they enjoy riding in the speedy new Nash, now being shown to an enthusiastic prospect. M&S Motors features a complete radiator service in their well-equipped shop. Modern Reidsville boasts of radio-equipped taxis, operate lost time, and therefore better service. Isn't science wonderful? In the automotive field, we must mention Husky Motors, well-known automobile dealers. You can be proud of this new Plymouth, a product of Chrysler Motors, now being inspected on the showroom floor. Wheel alignment is an important service rendered by Husky Motors to assure smooth, wear-free motoring. They even maintain a store for the convenience of the community. And finally, courteous gas service. Yes, for service, Husky Motors deserves an orchid. And Reidsville can pay floral tribute with the aid of Barber Florist, operated by Mr. and Mrs. Robert W. Pritchett. Wherever and whenever flowers are in order, the people of Reidsville can depend on expert floral arrangements by Barber Florist. Many of the flowers are from their own hothouses. For good living, we must have good clothing. Starting from the ground up, we'll see what Reidsville has to offer in satisfying the well-dressed man, woman, or child. A visit to Turner's Shoe Store, owned and operated by Clark Methven, assures us that last-minute styles are to be had for the asking right on Scales Street. Hopper and Moore add their fine stock to the style parade. Clothing in the latest Fifth Avenue styles. No need to leave your own city to be dressed in the height of fashion. If you prefer, your suit may be hand-tailored to your measure. Line 1's department store, a favorite of Reidsville shoppers, can be depended upon to have just what you're looking for. Of course, the well-dressed person will drop in at Mace's Jewelry Company for those distinctive accessories. While there, you might treat yourself to a view of that beautiful silverware in the true Mace tradition. Girls, that's real Hope chest material. Another asset to the city is the fine Belk Stevens store, where you'll find countless values, not only in apparel, but in the things that make home sweet home. Yes, this is Reidsville, the complete city. But we have still other representative merchants to visit. The Pointer Count store is a good example of modern merchandising and up-to-the-minute tailoring for men, typifying the modern services available to the people of Reidsville. Now we'll drop in at the Strater Shoe Store, where footwear is the modern mode and is carefully fitted by your experienced neighbors whose main purpose is to see that Reidsville enjoys the same merchandise as does the style centers of the world. These are services to be proud of, and you'll enjoy a visit with the folks in the store. In the field of jewelry and gifts, we mustn't overlook the Reidsville Jewelry Company that occupies a prominent corner of the city. As well as jewelry, gifts, and home furnishings, they help take care of the needs of the local musicians. Watch repairing is also a specialty. A city noted for its high living standard must be a well-fed city. And that's exactly what you'll find in Reidsville. Service is the foundation upon which the Rockingham County frozen food plant has been built. Meats prepared and stored under these ideal conditions lose none of their nutritive value or delicious taste, but retain their health-giving values until used. Cleanliness of the frozen food locker is a tribute to the management and to the city. And those Rockingham County frozen food plant hams are prepared in a way unsurpassed in the art of meat. Have others do your kitchen work, you can always find a tempting menu at the Sanitary Cafe, a popular meeting place of Reidsville, a cafe chosen by many of the luncheon and civic clubs. No doubt you'll recognize many familiar Reidsville personalities as we attend a meeting of the Exchange Club, an organization for the betterment of the community. This same civic betterment program is the spark plug that actuates the Reidsville Kiwanians. Many advancements in better living in your city can be traced to groups such as these. More power to them. There's another of the splendid eating places you'll find on the main thoroughfare. Good food, expertly prepared to help make Reidsville the well-fed city. And now how about Reidsville homes? They compare most favorably with the best in living conditions, partly through the efforts of the Reidsville Furniture Company's careful choice of quality merchandise. Furniture built for durability and correctness. Furniture you continue to enjoy. And for appliances, refrigerators, ranges, radios, washing machines, and such things that shorten work hours at home, you have Rents Thompson Electric Company. Such facilities are found only in a forward-moving city. Expert radio repair is another feature of the store. A lift in your home life will usually follow a visit to the Hastings Furniture Company. A new living room suite, an easy chair, a new lamp to brighten your evenings. Yes, whatever you need, you can find it in Reidsville. Public service constitutes a major factor in the operation of a successful community. In view of this fact, the city commends the Reidsville Ice and Coal Company for its untiring effort to make living more enjoyable, and for its investment in equipment to give full value to its patrons. Reidsville can be genuinely proud of the laundry and dry cleaning services available through the efforts of the Reidsville Laundry. Thorough washing is assured in their modern, high-powered machines. Huge ironers press sheets and spreads to wrinkle-free perfection. Shirts are folded uniformly and carefully. No need for lack of good grooming with the Reidsville Laundry's mammoth dry cleaning department, offering cleaning of highest quality. The clothing is thoroughly cleaned in huge revolving vats, and then taken out to be inspected and hand-spotted to remove all traces of soil. Your clothing is then pressed and returned to you immaculately clean. Yes, service is an important part of city life, such as your own Duke Power Company that maintains equipment and manpower instantly available to keep living standards on a high plane. For the power behind the streets of Reidsville, you can rely on Duke Power Company. Service extends to the city funeral home and the excellence of their many facilities. The comforting thought that ambulance service of the finest is always at your call. Sympathetic personal attention with the lady attendant always available. And the newly constructed chapel with its quiet dignity and soft lighting. Yes, this is service. The Annie Penn Memorial Hospital stands ready to offer aid in times of sickness. 40 years of service and a record of filling over 750,000 prescriptions is the story of the Gardner Drug Store. Always alert, always dependable in compounding your prescription. As a rendezvous for the younger set, the Gardner Drug Store enjoys a large measure of approval. The service of the Wilkinson Funeral Home warrants more than passing attention, with its prompt, helpful ambulance service and calm, restful interior affording genuine comfort in time of adversity. The religious life of Reidsville is in keeping with its forward-thinking population, as proven by the loving care afforded these tots in the Presbyterian Church Kindergarten. The First Baptist Church holds many fond memories for the people of this city, as does the familiar Methodist Church. Reidsville's educational system is typified by its fine high school, preparing its young citizens to face the future with confidence and enthusiasm. Future housewives will start their adult lives with a knowledge of homemaking and cooking, gained through the high school's home economics classes. Knowledge that will be of practical use through life. Knowledge that will produce happy and contented families among the future generations. A firm foundation to build the greater Reidsville to come. There's no higher satisfaction than to create something with your own hands. The feeling of a job well done, whether it be building a house or a chicken coop. That's the spirit instilled in your boys by the high school's vocational training classes. Healthy bodies and competitive spirits are produced through the high school sports activities. In the Reidsville educational system, good citizenship is planted in the minds of the youngsters. Their safety is a public responsibility. It's not all study for the youngsters, and there's nothing like good cooling refreshment at Daly's drugstore. It's a familiar expression, meet me at Daly's. This familiar store's popularity is well deserved for its continued courtesies and helpfulness. I wonder what's in those glasses. The pause that refreshes. And right from Reidsville-owned Coca-Cola bottling plant, the familiar building with the familiar trademark. These automatic thirst quenchers flow in a continuous line from a sparkling chrome and glass machine, each bottle hand inspected to assure uniform goodness. Much of Reidsville's playtime is spent at the Penrose Country Club. What, no cup? For sheer beauty, the Chinquapin estate is exhibited with pride. Beautifully designed and landscaped, the estate is one of many beauty spots in the great North State. To entertain the visitor, the comfortable and hospitable Belvedere Hotel is convenient to the business of Reidsville. Its banquet hall plays host to the many civic groups, such as the Rotary and the Lions Club, who find a real fellowship as they gather around the festive board. The young businessmen, the Junior Chamber of Commerce, have their plans to make as they constantly strive for the betterment of Reidsville. For the lighter side of the city's life, suppose we review the Harvest Festival, a project ably staged by the Junior Chamber of Commerce and thoroughly enjoyed by the thousands who participated. Many acted as spectators, such as this audience at the Penrose Country Club. And a good jitterbug contest is well worth watching. Let's not be too conventional. Then again, shoes are very harmful to a polished floor. Wayward hubbies, if there are any in Reidsville, had better take warning. The rolling pin contest brought out some very high scores for marksmanship. Ouch! Here's the part the kids really enjoyed. Of course, we know there's plenty of grease in a pig, but we didn't know there was so much on the outside. Now to the auditorium to hear a speech by Senator Umstead. Then came the anxiously awaited beauty contest, the crowning of the queen of the Harvest Jubilee. Lovely young ladies from all parts of the state and from Virginia parade before the audience and the judges to compete for the coveted title. To the music of Dean Hudson and his orchestra, the contestants vie with each other to be the central figure in the coming coronation. The tense moment arrives. The winner, Dot Hunsucker. The Carthage Miss gets her reward. And having finished our story, we'll leave you with a pretty smile. Bye now.